So on the website, 2026bts.com, we have this picture. Before, it was the 3 circles with the design that Jungkook created. It represents ARIRANG in Korean letters. But now they changed it to this. It's a picture of the 7 BTS members in suits. We cannot see their faces, but we can see their suits. And when you click on their faces, you get a message from each of them. Jimin said,
"Hi, BTS will be back on March 20th with BTS the 5th album, ARIRANG."
Jacob said, while working on this album, we thought about what kind of music and stories would be the most BTS-like. Yoongi said, after many conversations, we made 14-track album that captures the story of the 7 of us. Taeyeon said, this is our full group album. In 3 years and 9 months, we spent a lot of time thinking about the group roots and identity. Jungkook said,
we shared our feelings with each other as we completed the album, including how much we missed you, how much we value, and how excited we are about the future.
Namjoon said, we hope ARIRANG of BTS will be an album that transcends time and generations and sticks with you for a long time. And Jin said, thank you for being by our side as we release ARIRANG. A lot of people played around with the saturation, the contrast to see if we can notice something. We can see that it's the 7 of them and they are wearing suits, but that's basically all I see. Some armies believe they are wearing crowns. And this connects to the crown theory that some armies were saying could be possible. Other armies say that it looks like they're wearing masks. Some masks similar to the fake love era. Do you guys remember when they put those masks on? This person says, maybe I'm blind, but when I'm changing the image settings, I can see a faint crown-like object on their heads. I also see a line here. So that's why people were saying maybe it's a mask. Some people say maybe it's a crown. Yeah, I'm not seeing any crowns or masks. I don't see them. Now, it looks like they mentioned wearing suits. Jungkook said, we can wear suits. And Jacob says, be careful what you say. Yoongi said, do we have to wear suits? Jimin said, I like it. Namjoon said, I like it too. Want to wear suits for the first time in a while? Jimin said, let's try it. Jungkook said, and we get our hair and makeup done. Jungkook knew what he was doing with that. I mentioned how important it is for us to pre-save the album on Spotify and Apple Music. BTS is already breaking records for ARIRANG before ARIRANG is even released. ARIRANG has surpassed 2 million pre-saves on Spotify. This is the first for a K-pop act, the first for an Asian act, and the first for any group. This is another record. The fastest albums to reach number 1 on the Spotify countdown chart is now ARIRANG at number 1 in just 2 days. So our next goal is the most pre-saved album by any act in Spotify history. It's 5.8 million. Right now we're at 2 million, but let's try and go for this one. BTS World Tour promotions all around the world. Here we have a promotion video on the big screen at Piccadilly Circus, London. Here are BTS World Tour screens spotted at North Station in Boston in the US. Taiwanese armies are going to temples to pray for God's blessings and get tickets to BTS's concert tour. It was on the news and everything. So here we have the president of Mexico. She also mentioned BTS's concert.
Es un grupo coreano muy famoso que les encanta a los jóvenes.
BTS is a very famous group that the youth loves.
Y viene a México.
And
Y
they're
hubo
coming
todo
to
un
Mexico.
problema ahí relacionado con BTS.
There was an entire problem related to BTS.
Y trae la aclaración aquí.
Si nos puede comentar qué pasó.
And here's the clarification about that.
No sé si platicó con ellos o
Sí, que
en
qué
qué
bueno
quedó
que
el
viene
tema.
porque era una petición histórica de
It's very good that BTS is coming because this was a historical petition by the youth.
los jóvenes mexicanos.
I think basically the petition is for Ticketmaster to do everything correctly and do everything right. Mexico and Mexican armies appearing on national TV in Korea after Mexican president addressed BTS concerts at her press conference. She called it historic and have made more than 4,000 complaints demanding that ticketing agencies clearly disclose prices, seating, and sales conditions. It looks like BTS wants to perform a free concert on this location again. It was reported that BTS is planning a free comeback performance at Gwanghwamun Square to celebrate their return as a full group on March 20th, with possible dates on March 20th or March 21st and 22nd. They plan to select between 50,000 and 20,000 attendees through advanced applications. Big Hit has applied for permission for BTS to perform at Gwanghwamun Square, Songnyemun Gate, and Gyeongbokgung Palace. So we have more locations here. BTS did their Tonight Show performance for Idol near the third place. So we have an actual response from Big Hit. They said, "We are currently discussing it and an official announcement will be made once the location and the schedule are finalized." So this is basically confirmation that they are trying at least to have some kind of performance at least one of these locations. RM changed his Instagram description. He wrote ARIRANG and then 2 dots. I saw some armies being clowns again. Or maybe the clown is me. Some people believe that RM is hinting something again with the spaces. I feel like whenever armies are theorizing about something, now at this point is like, no, actually you're looking at the wrong thing. Maybe the periods have nothing to do with that. Maybe it's something else. So what is it? I don't know. But yeah, he posted this on his Instagram stories. Namjoon dined at JP at Louis Vuitton in Seoul. On the cake platter, BTS ARIRANG logo was made with cocoa coffee powder. The restaurant opened this month, is led by 2 Michelin-starred chef Jong Hyun Park and serves Korean heritage menu. Namjoon also shared this picture on his Instagram stories. I saw a theory. Once again with the theories, guys, let's go. I saw an army explaining their theory that this is part of a dance practice video because their clothes are like too, I don't know if polished. They are too fashionable right now. Doesn't this look like Jungkook? Maybe it's a choreographer, right? It looks like a choreographer, actually. There are so many pictures of Jimin for Vogue magazine. We saw these ones. This one's new. These are more like blurry pictures. I love the concept. It fits him perfectly with the cape and the vest. I love the makeup as well on this one. 3 years ago, ahead of the release of your first solo album Phase, we met you filled with excitement and fear about embarking on a solo voyage. How has your personality changed since then, and what has remained the same? And Jimin's answer is very interesting to me. He says, honestly, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a huge change in my appearance, but now compared to back then, I think more about my mindset and what I want to do. The interviewer asks, you've been meeting fans live with the members more frequently lately. Both BTS and ARMY seem to be excited for the full group comeback. In one live video, you exclaimed, "This is BTS's prime time." And Jimin said, that was a comment based on the idea that physical age is like that. But as you asked, if BTS's new album could be called their prime, it would be perfect. The interviewer asks, are there any key questions that came up during the process of creating the new album? And Jimin answered, we've pondered a lot. What would be the most BTS-like image? Of course, we've always done that, but this group album will be a product that reveals even more of that thoughtfulness than our previous work. That might actually feel refreshing. This one was funny. Vogue Korea February issue. Today's TMI, and Jimin says, there is a member called V. He said he'd come visit today, but there has been complete radio silence. V always teases Jimin. let's look at this exhibition. We have Type V exhibition happening in Seoul with all of these beautiful pictures of Taeyeon. Taeyeon shared these pictures on Instagram, and I cannot show it from Instagram because for some reason is age restricted. Look at that. This is art. This looks like a painting that goes for millions of dollars. This is not a picture for a photo book. That is a cute picture with the Tata Mike face. These are some of my favorite pictures. Taeyeon with red hair and Taeyeon with blue hair. This one is also absolutely insane. With the eye makeup. That's very cool. Of course, we have that iconic picture. I'm thinking, I'm processing this. I'm still processing this. I love this concept. This one's crazy. Here's the frog video. Taeyeon is being interrogated by a frog police, question mark. The frog kisses him and then the frog ate Taeyeon. I have no idea what this is. Here's one interpretation. This is from Team India, by the way. Team India for BTS. In the world of art and psychology, being swallowed by a creature isn't actually a bad thing. It's not about being destroyed, it's about growth. In psychology, frogs represent change because they live in two worlds. They're like a bridge between our hidden thoughts and our everyday lives. So that is one interpretation. That's crazy. What about the kiss? What does that mean? Thank you so much, and I will see you then. Where's my music? I didn't prepare the music. Here we go. Bye.